All right, guys, another painful Philly season has seemingly come to its close, and what better way to celebrate it once again by celebrating our Atlanta overlords, becoming a theme here. Ready? Here we go. The season rolls down. Phillies eventually die. Projections often lie, and I scream why. Nothing is for sure, nothing is for certain, but the Phils disappoint. But until they close the curtain, it's them and I. Why? Just why? That's all I'm going to play because I don't want to get copyright strike or anything. As if I'm a channel that's big enough to get copyright strike, but I don't care, whatever. God damn you, Atlanta sports. Atlanta. You've broken my heart so many times lately, but at least you gave us Outcast. So the Phillies are going to miss the playoffs now for the 10th straight year. Sort of echoing what they did in the mid 90s to early 2000s, from 1994 to 2006, where they missed the playoffs every single year. Like, not counting 94 because there was a strike, but 95 to 2006, basically. Yeah. It just really, really sucks. It does. At least they might finish with a winning record this year, and that's what I said before the season started. I didn't demand playoffs. I didn't demand to win the division. I just said, win more games than you lose. I mean, they could still screw that up. They can still finish with a 500 record exactly if they get swept by the Marlins, which I think is a possibility because based on what we saw in the series in Atlanta, they've all been given up at this point. But in terms of this season, I want to highlight a few things. Bryce Harper played amazing. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. He had probably the second best overall season of his career, only after his amazing 2015 season. So Bryce Harper, got nothing to complain about there. He's a warrior. Love the guy. Zach Wheeler had a really strong season, even better than the one he had last year. He's firmly established himself as the ace on the team, and he's probably going to finish within the top, I would say, like 7 of the Cy Young. He's not winning it, but man, he might finish top 5, so that's good. And along with Bryce Harper, I think is going to win the MVP, so that's fine. That's at least there's going to be some individual success, even though it's a team sport. But other than those two guys, the rest was a really, really mixed bag on the year. Like Gene Segura, I thought had a good season. JT Realmuto, in my opinion, had a disappointing season for his standards. I mean, it's kind of hard to call him the best catcher in baseball when Salvador Perez is hitting as many homers as he has. Rhys Hoskins was pretty good for the time that he was healthy. Him getting hurt basically is what was the beginning of the end. I kind of knew that we weren't going to go on any kind of run to win the division and steal the division when he got hurt. Aaron Nola had a really, let's just call it what it is. It was a disaster of a season for him. We're counting on this guy to be a solid top 2 in the rotation, and his ERA is like close to 5. That can't happen again. If that happens again, he's probably going to get traded. And that's me not being harsh. That's just the nature of baseball. That's just the nature of the business. Because I don't see Dave Dombrowski being patient with an Aaron Nola who's underachieving as much as he did this past season. So yeah, just a disappointing season. At least they might finish with a winning record, but again, that's still up in the air. But yeah. And the thing is, the Braves are going to win the division again. I mean, they're a great regular season team, but as proven the last 3 years and from 91 to 2005, I mean, they're notorious playoff jokers. So I don't know. I don't think we have to worry about another team like the Nationals in our division winning the World Series. So let's go, Brewers. Take out the frauds, the playoff frauds. They're good in the regular season. Don't get me wrong. They're a good regular season team, but the playoffs, they just fall apart. But yeah, but for the Phillies, it's just 10 years of pain. That's the best way I can call it. A decade of pain for the Phillies. And it is not good. It is not good whatsoever. Hopefully Bryce can win the MVP to at least add some sort of positive note to end the season. So once again, as Andre would put it, but my own personal take on it, the season rolls down. Phillies eventually die. Projections often lie, and I scream why. Nothing is for sure, nothing is for certain, but the Phillies disappointing. But until they close the curtain, it's them and I. Why? Just why?